Most. I'm coming to you guys live from coast to coast. It's your boy, your host, your moderator. Welcome to Just My Opinion podcast. How y'all living? I'm living swell. As always, rate, comment, subscribe, share this with your friends, family, as well as your followers. Let's get this YouTube channel lit in the YouTube algorithm because we're all aware of this. The YouTube algorithm know of me, but it just doesn't know me. If you dig what I'm saying. All right. Got a lot of stuff to talk about. First and foremost, we're going to be talking about LeBron James. LeBron James. Apparently, LeBron James is making a second decision. Three announcements the Lakers star could make after making this big tease on social media. I think he put this on his X handle. I don't know. I'm not sure about his Instagram handle, but definitely on X, he posted this video clip where LeBron James is walking to a chair, sitting down. He's wearing the same outfit he wore when he made his first decision, taking his talents to South Beach when he was a Cleveland Cavalier. So we're going to talk about the three possibilities this decision could be. Now, everyone's assuming that he's going to announce his retirement. I'm not in that lane with everybody because I feel like if he's going to announce a retirement, he's probably going to announce, this will be his final year. I'll go that far with it. And, the whole year is going to be dedicated to him, his swan song. He's going to get all his flowers, his appreciation, his props. He's going to get his gifts and things of that nature. So as far as him announcing retiring from the NBA, that's as far as I see it. I don't believe he's going to say that he's done with professional basketball. He's going to retire right now. But if he is going to be talking about retirement, I think he'll probably say that he's going to retire at the end of this basketball season. Now, everyone's speculating, things are not going too well with LeBron James and the new Lakers ownership. They did not give him an extension, so he opted into his last year on this contract, which when he exercised that right, and it is his right, he pretty much hamstrung the Lakers organization because they couldn't make the decisions as far as getting the team better. So here are a couple of things, and I got this article from CBS News, CBSSports.com. You can go check out the article yourself, and I'll read it to y'all briefly. When LeBron James uttered the words, "I'm going to take my talents to South Beach to join the Miami Heat" back in July the 8th, 2010, it sent shockwaves around the sports world. Television programs marketed it as the decision. It became a massive point in James' career as he drew significance for leaving the Cleveland Cavaliers to create a big three alongside Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. In Miami, James' decision is without a doubt one of the biggest moments in sports history, at least the last 25 years. On October the 7th, he apparently will be making another decision. James shared a 9-second video on social media Monday that shows him walking up to an empty seat set across an unidentified person already seated, and the video was giving the 2010 vibes of the decision, down to the fact where he's wearing the same outfit he wore when he made that announcement in 2010. Okay, and if you look at LeBron James' social media page, the decision of all decisions, October the 7th, 12 p.m., the second decision. Okay. So here are a couple of suggestions. Immediate retirement. I don't think he's going to retire after he makes this announcement, but Here we go. We'll talk about it momentarily. The news that everyone is waiting for, James has kept it pretty close to the vest when he's going to plan to retire. While he probably asked about it every day, the face of the NBA hasn't given any significant insight on the matter. He did say on media day wanting he isn't waiting on his youngest son, Bryson James, to join the league, which unsurprisingly put his retirement within the window of the next 4 years. He also made it clear on media day. He hinted that he could he could be reality be the last dance. Okay, announcing his retirement with some marketing as the second decision would come full circle for James, but announcing it on social media feels like it doesn't match the same gravity of news. It's certainly marketed as something that could be massive announcing, but it lacks some of the pompous and circumstances that came with James. Um, that came with James. Wow. Okay. Pompous that came with James. Massive basketball decision in part. We got the decision in 2010 when James decided to head back to the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2014. He announced about coming home. He joined the Los Angeles Lakers. Okay. So here, NBA advertisement. James is about to embark on a record-breaking 23rd season in the league. That's a possibility that the second decision could be. Amazon on July the 14th. James has pointed an ad on social media that plays on the fact that he could be retiring soon. Taco Tuesday, you may laugh, but James, that could be another possibility about rebranding Taco Tuesday. He made that a new partnership. It would be a shame if it markets a specific callback to the original decision. So there's a lot of things people are speculating. Um, Me, on the other hand, I don't think he's going to retire. I do feel like this is he's not going to retire immediately. It could the second decision could be that he's going to retire at the end of this season. I'm hedging my bet slightly towards that. I really do think this is a marketing scheme to announce something big with LeBron James and his future. I think it's more leaning towards that than him saying that he's hanging it up. This will be his last year in professional basketball. Um, but I'm not 60% sure of that. But I do feel like this is a marketing scheme for something else. Or it could be, hey, he's making a decision that he's going to retire at the end of this calendar season. When you really think about it, if you look at LeBron James' future, I don't believe LeBron James wants to end up like Russell Westbrook. Every year, he's joining a different team. I do feel like there's a lot of teams out there that would sign LeBron James to the minimum or pay him a little bit extra for butts and seats to make the team somewhat competitive. I think, a lot of teams, a lot of organizations will allow James to play as long as he wants, but that's an uncertainty. Like, he's like one injury away from missing the season, and then people have to really question having LeBron James on your organization, how does that benefit your team as far as being competitive, being in the playoffs, or winning a title? I think those days are behind LeBron James. I do feel like LeBron James can still play on somewhat of a high level in the National Basketball Association. I do feel like LeBron James is extremely talented, but as far as him being very competitive and or making your team competitive or making a deep run in the playoffs or even winning a title, I think those days are far behind him unless he joins a team that's already loaded from top to bottom. Let me take a quick couple of minutes. I'll be right back, okay? Okay, I'm back. I'm back. All right, so yeah, I do feel like this decision is let me see if anybody's been typing. Nobody hasn't been typing. Okay. I do feel like this can go so many different ways, but I feel like he could be announcing his retirement at the end of this season. I really think it's B, and I uh, put a lot of behind B that he's marketing something. I think this is more of a marketing deal that he's got with Amazon or whoever, or something that he's doing in Hollywood, some project, some big time project. But there have been a lot of talk surrounding LeBron James' future beyond the NBA. There have been talk that LeBron James it probably will be forming his own league. There's also been talk that LeBron James isn't a billionaire. And, there's been a lot of talk around LeBron James other than whether or not he's going to play basketball. I do feel like LeBron James uh, got a lot of clout in the league where he could play for anybody's team for the next 2 to 3 years. And then after that, it's like a case by case basis. Do we really need LeBron James on this squad? Because with the new CBA, you really have to home in on who you are you drafting. If you look at the Oklahoma City Thunder, one of the reasons why they won the title is they was very strategic in draft picks, and those draft picks paying off. So I think everyone's going to steal a page from um, the Oklahoma City Thunder's blueprint. I don't think everyone can do it, but I do feel like everyone's going to start there and build around it. But yeah, I do feel like it's going to be. I think it's going to be some marketing deal, some partnership LeBron James has, or B, he'll probably say he's going to retire at the end of the year. When you really think about it, LeBron really don't have much to play for other than playing with his other son. And if that's all you have is I'm just going to play long enough so I'll be able to play with my son, when you really think about that, you could just go ahead and retire. When your son gets drafted, one of the requests is, hey, whoever the team that drafts my son, I will play for that team for the league minimum, and you can do it that way, okay? And you can still be off because really, LeBron James don't have anything to play for. I think I mean, he's past his prime. He's past, trying to win titles. I think that ship has sailed like 3 or 4 years ago. He did get the scoring title. He's got other titles as well, but there's really nothing for LeBron James to play other than the love of the game. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it on LeBron James talk. You guys can comment in the comment section if you like. And we're going to move forward to Molly. It's been, for those who've been living under a rock, allow your boy to explain. Molly Cram is no longer with ESPN and First Take. She is gone from ESPN. We really didn't hear too much on why she left ESPN and First Take. Well, the other shoe dropped with information on Molly, and Molly felt like she was a big part and a big percentage on why First Take was so successful. And Molly's looking at her peers as well as the people that she worked with at First Take, and she's going like, wait a minute, Stephen A. Smith got a massive deal. Shannon Sharp, when he was there, got a massive deal. Cam Newton got a massive deal. Why am I not getting a massive deal? I work with these personalities, okay? And not only that, she's looking in ESPN itself, the building itself. She's going like, okay, Malika Andrews got a big deal, and I've been here longer than Malik Andrews, and she feels like her star is more brighter than Malik Andrews. I should be getting a deal as well. And she's also thinking to herself, look, I've been with First Take for like 10 years. I have a tight relationship with Stephen A. Smith. Hey, I've been very loyal, I've been very patient, and I deserve that type of money. Now, what they offered her wasn't on the same level as a Stephen A. Smith, or even or even a Shannon Sharp. Maybe not on the level as a Cam Newton, even though Cam Newton signed a multi-year deal. Still, it was a pretty big deal. Was it bigger than Malik Andrews? No. Was it bigger than any other female personalities that's out there? No. But Molly has to understand, like, look, Molly, outside of First Take, you really don't have anything. You don't have your own podcast. You don't have your own book deal. Okay, you don't have your own media company, something that you can take to the boardroom and say, hey, look, I have a successful podcast. I have a successful this. I have a successful that. I'm bringing awareness to First Take other than myself. So Molly left because she felt like she was getting lowballed. Was it $1 million? No, it wasn't $1 million, but it was still good money. And Molly's probably looking at it as, hey, look, I can leave ESPN and someone else can hire me, for the same or even more. I'll be honest with you, I just can't see any other network that's going to pay her more money to join their network. I just don't see it. There are so many female sports personalities out there that are way cheaper, younger, and more likable than Molly. So, hey, it is what it is. I have no disrespect for Molly. I really do appreciate what Molly has done for the community and for the sports world. But hey, man, it is what it is. And sometimes you got to make life out of lemonade, okay? So that's pretty much it, guys. Tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. Share this with a friend, family, as well as a follower. It's your boy, the host with the most. I do not brag or boast. I'm coming to you guys live from coast to coast. It's your boy. I'm Chris. And I will see you guys on the next episode of Too Early for the Podcast. I'm gone. Deuces, guys. Deuces.